Hey, folks, welcome to the pre-show. I'm Scotty Roberts. This is Sam, my son. Sam's son of Scott.
Seen me on a few times here and
Yeah,
there.
he's been on a few times. It was actually, we'll probably re-announce this when we start the show on the radio station, but it was 2 years ago today that we did this for the first time in this manner, celebrating together. So just want to make sure we're all set up. I've got my stream is there. Need to get my glasses on. And let's see, we got that. It looks like everything is working. Just going to go over here and check this out. We got about 2 minutes and we go live. Yeah, there we are. See? That's over on the Facebook. So the Facebook one is up. I'm going to turn Facebook off because I do not want it messing with us. Hey, Carlene. Good to see you. Roger Rabbit's here, field guy. How's everybody on a St. Patty's Day evening? Not Eve, not like Christmas Eve. Hey, Philip Blair. Does Sam have a son?
No,
he
I
does
do not.
He's not like he's been asked that before. So I have my Guinnesses poured. And
The Jameson is here.
Jameson is here. So we'll have to see how well this goes tonight. Super tired, says Carlene, drinking my herb. Yay.
tea.
Oh, tea. So, yeah, herb tea on St. Patty's Day.
There you go.
Let's see. Sam, I'm going to turn this a little bit so you don't have to lean to get in the picture.
All right, there we go.
There we go. Everybody hear us okay? Because we got the one mic between us. So we'll do it like that so we both can be heard. Hey, Delaney. Good to see you.
Hey, Uncle Dave.
Matt Finn is here. Master Finn. Aye, a mighty fine evening. To ya, gents, he says. Here's to ya, lads. All right. We got 20 seconds and we go live. So in about 5 seconds, we're going to go dark and then the show will start. So don't go nowhere, as they say in the hood. Sit tight.
The Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent talk.
Hey, folks. Oh, starting with a cough. That's classy. How you doing tonight? Happy Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I hope that you're enjoying your day, that you've been enjoying your time, and that you're going to enjoy this time tonight. I have a special guest. I have to put on my glasses so I can see the chat room from here. So hello to everybody that's gathering over in the chat room. And all those of you who are not showing up in the chat room, welcome. Welcome over on subspace.radio, where you're hearing this show in its audio format. And if you want to see the video simulcast and join the best version of our chat room, come on over to the YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Scotty Roberts. And you'll find me there. You'll find the show there. And the chat room with all the Intrepids chatting up a storm as people start filtering in for the evening. And so welcome to one and all. If you're new to the YouTube channel, by the way, hit the subscribe button and you can be subscribed. Hit the join button and you'll see what to do with the join button. You can become part of keeping this show going. And so thank you to everybody who does that already. May the luck of the Irish be with you, says Philip Blair.
And with you.
And how lucky are the Irish, do you suppose?
Not sure. I don't think they're any luckier than anyone else around.
Yeah, you just said you had the luck of the Irish during the potato famine. You'd have had a problem. So may the luck of the Irish be with you, says Philip Blair. Could have a rodent problem.
Oh, if St. Patrick's Day came to America, would all the snakes be gone?
Yeah, there you go. Matt Finn is on his phone, and therefore go wherever I damn well please. Damn straight, bada boom. So Matt Finn. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about St. Patrick tonight while we're being festive. And I said we're going to do this show and talk about Patrick to the tune of Jameson Irish whiskey. We've got some. Sam brought a bottle because I found out, sad to say, my bottle was empty. And so he brought some. I've got all kinds of scotch and stuff. Now, as you all know so well, because I remind you all many times, I'm a single malt Highland Scotch guy. If it starts with a Glen, Ben, Dal, Bell, Mac, O, then I'll drink it. Single malt Highland. Jameson is a blend. I don't really like a blend, but it's a blended whiskey. It's Irish, and it's not too bad.
It's a good whiskey.
It is, and we tend to mix it with other things. You take Jameson, and you put a little Sprite in it. It sweetens it up. You don't think of Sprite and whiskey as going together, but it's really good. It's like drinking candy. So we're doing a little bit of that tonight. Hey, Michelle Kenham, free Scotch and cookies, she says. Yes, it's a reminder of the old Scotch and cookies.
We're just missing the cookie part.
Dave Potter says, St. Patrick Stewart? Yes. St. Patrick Stewart. And if you're not watching Picard, the third season, you're missing some incredibly awesome Star Trek. Probably the best new Trek ever done was the third season of Picard. And so, by the way, we might as well start with a little toast. Wait, what do you got there? I got Guinness here.
I have got these two. This is the Sprite and Jameson I have sitting over here for us.
All right.
Unless you want to take that down, and I'll pour myself some
Jameson.
Jameson.
This was a prop. This was actually for the picture I put up on my Facebook this afternoon. I had a droplet or two of my own Jameson left, and it's gone. Sad to say, gone. And there wasn't enough for a picture, so I poured a little bit of Glenlivet in there on top of it. Now, Glenlivet, people will say Glenlivet is the top rung of scotches. And I'll say, no, sorry. Glenlivet is the top rung of the lower ladder of the extension ladder of scotches.
The extension.
And so I've got some Glenlivet, and it's blended with just a wee bit of Jameson. So it'll be interesting. Hey, Susie Q. Good to see you. Anita Palmer, good to see you. And who else we got here that I haven't said a hi to yet? Nobody. So Sam and I are going to have a little toast. And, something I didn't do, I didn't call up my toasts. So we'll give you, every time we drink something, we'll give you a little Irish toast. Let's see. Let's do, let's see. Here's a good toast. Well, what? This a Irish, like, what are the songs that you hear at St. Patrick's Day time? It's like Halloween out there when the general public or the news media, it's Halloween coming. We're going to talk about ghosts and witches and pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkin cookies. And so St. Patrick's Day has its traditions that are not really Irish. They're American Irish. They're cliche. They're candy coated. And so you have toasts like this one. Here you go. Sam. All right. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand.
Cheers.
Bugger. Mm. Ah. And look, we have invading children coming in for tonight.
The invaders.
Look, there is Rowan. Everybody, act like it's really pretty and tell her how nice her hair looks. She did her hair yesterday, not telling us about it while she was at a friend's house. So now she's got blonde hair. My very blonde daughter.
Get that drool on your chin.
You need to stop.
Yeah.
He keeps doing that, and then he shoved a paper towel in my mouth.
Just get in the drool. Just get in the drool.
The drool?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want
Yes.
The
Why are
blondie
you
drool.
hiding behind me?
I found the leprechaun, Dad.
Where'd you find the leprechaun?
Right here.
Oh, right there.
I'm a
Yeah.
little too big to be a leprechaun.
There he is. Everybody on this show 2 years ago, they dubbed Sam the leprechaun. Oh, it's the leprechaun because of his big red beard.
Wee little leprechaun.
So, did you come to be annoying or for a reason?
I came to be annoying.
Oh, I know that. I was asking her. This child
Children.
all day, the little one, has been off the walls. So, and I'm going to send you back upstairs in a minute to go be off the walls upstairs. So,
Yes, send her
Yo,
upstairs.
move your back.
Not asking permission,
not asking permission, no. So, Anita says, I like it. Scotty looks very grown up. Oh, what, her hair? Yeah, for an 11-year-old, that's not bad. No, you're hiding behind me. Know that? Yeah.
Ooh.
Take your hood down and show everybody your gorgeous hair. There you go.
Ellery keeps pushing me.
Ellery, don't hog the space or you'll have to go.
That's probably why you're drinking Mountain Dew.
So,
Caffeinated.
yeah, Mom's letting you drink Mountain Dew at 9 o'clock at night.
That's mine.
Mom doesn't know.
Mom doesn't know. Here, that's enough.
Hey,
Let go.
that's mine.
No,
That's mine.
you don't need Mountain Dew at 9
All
o'clock
right,
at
everybody.
night. Bye.
Oh,
Whew.
put it in the
No,
fridge.
no.
I'm putting it in the fridge.
All right. She's going to put it in the fridge and drink it flat tomorrow. So, Mountain Dew Sugar High. That's right. 8-year-olds don't need to be drinking Mountain Dew very much at all, let alone at 9 o'clock at night. So, hey, Barbie D. Good to see you.
Me on purpose.
Everin Smith. Her hair looks nice. Thank you. And it was a surprise. You're still hiding. You're hiding behind Sam.
Sam hit me. I was like this, and then he.
Oh, I
moved.
see.
Mhm.
Here, come over and stand in the middle. You can show off your hair.
Everybody's saying it looks nice.
Everybody's saying you did a good job. Looks nice. How many times did you have to bleach it and dye it and all that to get that? 4 times.
Wait,
Better be careful. You
You don't want your hair to fall out.
no, 3 times. But we still have to do it again. But I think we're doing
Nice.
like a dye. What's
You're
in
gonna
that
be
cup,
bald.
Dad?
You're gonna be bald.
This
by the
is
time you're
Guinness.
15.
Did you want? Now she asked me earlier. Can I try a little bit of what you guys are going to be drinking tonight?
I already tried
Since
some
you're only
upstairs.
11. What did you try upstairs?
She tried Angry Orchard.
Oh, Mom was drinking an Angry Orchard.
No, she
Easy
wasn't.
on
Me and
the-
Who
Ellery
was?
opened that.
Did Mom give you permission?
Yeah,
How much of that did you drink?
like that much.
Family
We-
secrets. Like that.
Well, they both said they didn't like it, and I saw
No,
it sitting
I
full on
said I liked it.
the. Yeah, you
Well,
don't
that's
need
good.
it.
Ellery spit it out outside.
So,
There you go.
hey, Morgan Snow. I see somebody saying hi to you, so I know you're over there. Susie Q, if I didn't say hi to you, I can't remember if I did earlier or not. Rainey gave me about 15 minutes before the show started. She gave me a piece of candy that her brother made. So it's
I have
laced.
had several pieces
laced
of
candy.
cake.
Oh, and there was cake. So
Hey,
I didn't
you're
have any
not
of the
doing all the
cake this
crawling.
time. Okay, guys. You're going to be on for a couple of minutes, like I said, and you can't be wild and frenetic over here
I'm not.
Okay.
She is.
because we're broadcasting to a radio station, as well as, but not an FCC regulated station. So Hi, Ellie Belly, says Uncle Dave. I only had a couple beers, officer. Hiccup, says Philip Blair. Yes, I love the sound effects. Man, on the mark tonight. Okay.
Kiss me, I'm Irish. I am the wild rover.
Come here, Irish
My
woman.
eyes, they are smiling, and I'm seldom sober.
Make room for mom.
I like my whiskey.
And I like to dance.
Here's your whiskey.
So if you're
If you're
thinking,
feeling something,
feeling
take
as
a
lucky as
chance.
me, take a chance and kiss me. I'm Irish. Whoa, what are you doing filling that up?
I don't know that I can drink this. I don't know that's gluten free.
It's the rainy.
I'm not that Irish.
I'm not that Irish, she says.
Is it? I don't know.
Not to be like, why is it Irish whiskey and not like vodka from potatoes? Because I thought Irish
Potatoes.
and the potato famine.
Yes.
I was gonna say that's a very mixed alcohol now because that was not Jameson.
Oh, someone's gonna have
Why
a
don't
good
you-
time.
Why don't you head upstairs with your sister? So I have some time with mom here. Thank you for doing what I asked while I'm on the radio.
Okay, go upstairs now.
All right.
In a few minutes.
Children. See you, child. You've been around hanging on mom all day. I
This is
think
why I
you're
won't
fine.
bring you with me
Yeah, you
tomorrow.
can sit there. You can sit over in the big chair over there. And wait for mom. So here, I can have this.
I don't need to
tilted
stand
up
here long.
so you don't feel like you're hunching over.
I don't. I'm not gonna stand here long.
Nah.
I figured everybody else came to interrupt. I would. How you feeling?
Fine so
All
far,
right.
I think.
How you feeling?
I'm good.
All right. How's your cake?
It's
She's
good.
feeding
Good.
us.
Is it
She's
kicking in
trying to
yet?
get us
Oh, yeah.
stoned.
All right. Your candy's not kicking in yet.
Bad
She's our-
influence.
It's there. I can feel it. So yeah, she's our pusher. First one free. First one's free, baby. There it
Right.
goes. There goes my speech. It's the first thing to go.
Yeah.
Well, there's a help. Sean, I missed something.
What? Who do what?
Anita Palmer, how you doing? So, Kiss Me, I'm Irish. It's a Gaelic storm song. Kiss me, I'm Irish. I am the wild rover. My eyes are still shining.
My eyes, they are smiling.
They are smiling. And I'm seldom sober.
I thought it was shiny.
I like
too.
my whiskey and I like to dance. So if you're feeling as lucky as me, take a chance and kiss me. I'm Irish.
even though we're not.
No,
I
we're
am.
Oh, you
She
well, you
is.
are.
That looks like a leprechaun.
but yeah, we're Scottish and Welsh. So
I'm gonna kneel just a little stand.
okay. Hey Ellie, I would like you to leave the room, please. Thank you for doing what you're asked. Sorry, folks, you have to see that on the radio that my kids don't do what I say,
Yeah, they're naughty.
but there it
Mom
is.
said somebody kissed me, so I
Quiet, please.
Mom
and-
said somebody kissed me,
Oh, well, I will.
and I'm
don't
wearing green,
refuse
so
that.
you can't pinch me. But guess what?
Why can't I pinch you?
I have green on.
Not supposed to pinch when you're green?
Where's yours?
Ow! Ow! I got green on right here.
I don't see it. You got green on?
No.
That green. Oh!
It's olive green. So
It's in my heart.
Where did you hear that? I've never heard that before.
If you don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, you get to be pinched.
You wear orange.
No. You wear orange and get pinched?
No.
No, you wear green
I wear my kilt and I get my butt patted.
and your balls grabbed.
Watch it.
Hey,
Oh, hey. How could I
wear
do
green.
that on air? I wasn't pinching. I was caressing. So, can we please stop? Sorry to my radio audience that I've got to stop and say something. I shouldn't have to say anything. All right. So somebody knocked a guitar over or something. So, what do we got? Philip Blair, we forgive you for being Scottish and Welsh on St. Patrick's Day. There you go. What do they say? An Irishman is a Scotsman who could swim. Something like that. So,
There you go.
well, I've been waiting too long. I'll kiss you. You're Irish.
No, I'm good.
Get
You
over
might
there.
you might get me stoned with all the candy you've
Oh
been
yeah,
eating.
right.
Oh,
Secondhand.
yeah.
Secondhand.
Let me smell. Yeah, I can smell it.
Do you?
No, you don't have to kiss my nose, weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
When did you last eat that candy?
It's still in my mouth.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a suckable hard candy.
I can smell it.
Do that again.
What that?
So, yeah, she gave it to me a while
Close
ago.
your eyes, Sam.
Close your eyes. You're too young to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Well, I've been too young for too long then.
You can stand
Alright.
if you'd like.
No, because then I have a bra on.
You don't?
No. And dog hair
I
stuck in my
know.
bra and it was pokey, so I took it off.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What's underneath that?
It's a tank top.
Oh, I was going to say that's a weird lining to that shirt. So,
Here, Anita Palmer, pinching for not wearing on St. Patrick's Day.
oh, there
has
you go.
been around for years.
Ow! Caressing for wearing green on St. Patty's Day has been around for a lot longer.
I told nobody about what me and Kason are going through. I told my mom I was going to. Oh, okay. I thought
Hey,
it was-
Daniel
I
Craig.
thought it was the Irish story.
So, St. Patrick, a gentle converter of pagans to Christians or butcher of druids. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes to both. Actually, something, and we'll cover it a little bit tonight, we'll talk about it, is Patrick was still considered to be a very gentle man, a very giving soul. In and amongst, there's a lot of mythology about Patrick out there.
And an executioner.
But he was actually a very decent man. It was the church that did a lot of that. So convert or die.
Oh my God.
So-
Church is evil.
Yes.
Especially the Roman Catholic Church.
Uh-huh.
That's just as bad as it gets when it comes to church.
And so we're going to cover a little bit of that. We're going to talk about that before we get too inebriated. We haven't been drinking much yet. It'll come.
Should I get you another candy?
And I think one candy's good. I can't
I'll
drink
take
when I
one.
got the candy.
Can it? I can't feel my tongue.
I can't drink when I've got the candy because I got hard candy in my mouth.
Makes
So,
the Guinness not taste good.
Yeah,
Should add the coffee.
the coffee.
The Guinness coffee.
There's one in the.
Oh, that's right. There's Guinness coffee.
That
in the
would have
other room,
tasted
too.
good with the candy.
Well, I've got a real Guinness here that I haven't
Alright.
even started yet.
All right, we'll get to it.
And cascaded it. Okay, I'm on it.
I can't drink, so I make everybody else drink.
You can drink if you want.
I can, but it makes me sick.
Oh,
What's the point of drinking if it makes
Well,
me
there
sick?
What is
it
it
is.
that you
Here's
told
that.
me when I was younger? Try a shot, wait 30 minutes, try another one.
Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't
builds
work for
your
you.
tolerance.
Well, just one shot usually gets me hungover in
Oh,
about
some
30
Guinness.
minutes with the weird headache and the
Mm.
not good. All right, I'm gonna go get Sam some candy.
All right,
Okay. All right.
kiss me. I'm Irish.
Ah,
You're not Irish. And you're
I
sweating.
am for today.
everyone's Irish today.
Butcher of Druids sounds rather Spanish Inquisition. Well, that's actually what Patrick was sent to Ireland to do, was to convert the Druids. It was the last stronghold of Druidry. And so, like I said, we'll cover that in a little bit. Sorry. I'm still contending with this. All day my voice is good until the end of the day, and now my voice is out. So pardon me for that, folks.
Oh, yelling at children.
Rocky Stucci. Rocky feels a little saintish tonight. How you doing, brother Rocky? Good to see you. This is our St. Patty's Day celebration. Where's that Jameson?
This stuff?
That's what's still in here. Did you,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did you drain yours?
No. I still have some.
Cheers. Or as they say, slanche va. Now, for those of you who do not know this, I said it toward the beginning, is that this is kind of a revisiting something Sam and I did 2 years ago when we were down in Louisiana. And I think Rocky says hi.
Hey, Rocky.
I think he did.
Yeah, he said, yo.
Yo, there he is. Yo.
I tried that one. It's pretty good. I just pulled a piece up.
So come around one more time.
Noticing that, I thought it was going to be like a chewy.
No, it's not.
And you're fine. You look fine.
Hi, Lucy.
So there you go. So Rocky's over there somewhere. There he is. Rainy, he says.
Yeah, Rocky. Hey.
So if it sounds like there's not much format to this show, you'd be absolutely correct. We've got a couple things we're going to talk about, but as I've started to say, this is kind of a reenactment of, not a reenactment, a revisiting a celebration that Sam and I started 2 years ago. We didn't get a chance to do it last year.
Unfortunately.
And so we were already well stoned up. That's a good way to put that. Before we even started the show 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we started drinking scotch. So
We had that little taste kit.
yes. So I like you there.
Thanks.
Sure.
Still not wearing green. Ah!
You still are.
I am.
Oh wow. Made me spill my Guinness.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm not
Just to
sorry.
caress it, not hit it.
This isn't Jackass.
So
What was that? You're not wearing green either.
I'm holding
there.
green.
there it is. He's holding green. So well, it's nice to see you here.
Yeah.
Glad you came.
Yeah. Hi.
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 Hey.
Hi. How you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. You're worried about how I feel.
Well, I'm just wondering if candy kicked in yet.
It's kicked in a little bit.
It has. Your eyes are red.
Slajeva. So I have
Your eyes are smiling.
what would you call the candy? My eyes are smiling, she said. My eyes are smiling. So what does Matt Finn say? Sneaky Barry. What did Barry do?
Very
That's when you fell off the bed. What did I miss? Oh yeah, I remember Sam got you. Oh yeah, that's when I fell off the bed. Remember that? I fell off the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't from drinking though and smoking. I can tell you that. That's from
Yeah,
something else. So, oh hi.
Hi. I'm not gonna last here long.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't have to stay there. You're
I
on
don't-
concrete.
I don't
dummy.
want to
Get up.
talk.
You don't have to do that.
No, knees is better. I was squishing my toes. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She's just trying to mess with you. Stop doing that to her, because then she does it to me.
Sorry. Ow. It's not supposed to be an X-rated show.
I can't touch you there. It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your computer's going way towards the edge, Dad.
it?
Yeah.
Well, I pulled it back, but I didn't pull it off the
Rowan,
edge.
push
I
it
didn't
forward
think.
so it's not off the edge.
Push it up this way a little bit. There you go.
That's good.
There you go. All right. More Guinness.
This is not supposed to be happening.
She's our drug
Green.
dealer.
Next time you're gonna wear green.
That's right.
Next time, I'm going to dye my hair green.
I don't have green. I do have that jersey that's Irish. It says 2X, but it's a large. It's mislabeled. I put that on. It's like I couldn't get it to work. So,
Got your kilt.
Are we saying anything substantive yet, folks? Anything that's worth listening to so far? Scintillating live radio tonight. And, well, it's always live, but what are you smiling about over there? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you doing all
I'm
right?
feeling good. Feeling good.
She got that secondhand kiss. So that's what Rainey will do when she doesn't smoke that much, but her brother smokes, and she will get around. When he lived with us, she'd be stressed about something. She'd go out to the garage and she'd say, "Light up," she'd tell him. I need secondhand smoke.
The second hand. The first hand is a little too strong.
What is scintillating? Scintillating. Exciting. Moving, passionate, scintillating, and I can only describe it with the word. So
Lucy's down there.
oh, you can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, go Lucy. You like that, Lucy? Lucy
You like that, Lucy?
Her little butt's just wiggling. Oh, she likes it.
So this is that can of Guinness
Yeah.
that I've had sitting here for about 3 years
Gross.
unopened, and it's still good. It's very good. So,
Well, good.
well,
I'm
good.
glad it's still good.
I'm glad you think it's good that it's. I say it's good.
I'm glad you both think it's good.
Good.
Good. I'm glad.
Me too. Chris George is in here. Chris George Zuger. I married Irish. Does that count?
Do you have green on? Because I'm gonna find you and pinch you
She'll pinch you if you don't.
like this.
Ow. Leave my. I have calloused nipples because of this woman.
Sure, they aren't purple yet.
We'll build yours up
They
soon.
might
Don't
be.
worry.
They might be purple. Sam's now acting protective. At least she doesn't hit you in the scrotal area. She moves now, and it makes me flinch.
Oh, all right. I'm
I
out
feel
of this
like we
You got to
conversation.
get out of here. Okay.
I feel like she's just
You got to
messing
kiss
with
me.
you.
I'm
though.
Irish.
What?
Kiss me. I'm Irish.
You're not Irish.
Oh, okay. Fooled you.
Kiss me. I'm Irish.
Okay. You got it.
Okay. Have fun.
All right. Well, we'll see you later then. What are you going to go do?
I'm gonna do this.
I don't think so. All right.
Oh,
Ellie's not wearing green.
Well, now I can tell you're not wearing a bra. You're under the light. She's casting shadows. It's like a sundial. Just saying. That's all. So, folks, let me say again, there's not really a great format to tonight's show. It's just a little frivolity, a little celebrating of St. Paddy's Day, which we will eventually get around to talking about.
hopefully.
Oh, and by the way, it's not St. Patty's Day. All you heathens that call it St. Patty's Day. Patty is a girl's name.
Patty's a
It's St.
Fat Irish
Patty,
girl's
Paddy, not Pattie. So, Chris, it's good to see you, brother. Let's see. Oh no, shadow people, said Philip Blair. We got shadow people?
I was gonna say I like the question Philip asked there too. Did St. Patrick get along well with the Celtic Christians who predated Roman Christianity?
He actually did. He was considered very neighborly by the Celts, the Irish, and as we all know, one of the greatest myths is that Patrick dispelled the snakes from Ireland, cast the snakes out, drove them all out. And it's become a legend or mythology that he did that. Nobody really knows what that meant. By now, I think there's not many people that miss out on what that actually means. It's that he pushed out what were considered the snakes, the druids, the old ruling religious class of the Celts. And he pushed them out. And how he pushed them out? Was there bloodshed? Yes, on the part of the Roman Church. And but I see St. Patrick, from what I see of his character, he was somebody that was not overtly involved in actually shedding blood. He wanted to try to win those people over. And so that's what he worked on. And the Patrick that we celebrate, I got some notes up here. The Patrick that we celebrate on March 17th every year, guess what? He never, ever existed. That Patrick. And he was and is this metaphorical, literary, and religious conceit that was, they didn't start writing about him till a couple hundred years later. And millions of people around the world this time of year, what do? They come together in peace and love and harmony in order to drink green beer and celebrate and sing crazy Irish songs that are so cliche it hurts. But they celebrate what else comes with, like Halloween. It's jack-o'-lanterns and witches and goblins. Now it's leprechauns. You got leprechauns at St. Patrick's Day, and four-leaf clovers and pots of gold.
Which I think a lot of religion or holidays nowadays, they all derive from mostly pagan origin.
They do.
St. Patrick's Day originally was the celebration of the spring equinox, the rebirth of the world. Or that's what it was perceived as for the Druids.
Yes.
And the pagan holiday behind it.
Absolutely, yeah.
A lot going on over.
What you going on? You got cue cards or something over there?
And read.
I can't see it from here.
Looks like a drawing of a
You have to
robot.
be Irish to read it.
I
is it in
see.
Gaelic?
Oh, there it is. She's mocking my
Oh.
Welshness.
How dare I?
So,
I'm just picking up Ellie's junk because she's like, I want to draw and it's all downstairs.
I see that. Yes.
Hmm.
So,
I
my.
found a pot of gold
Where'd you
Yeah.
find it?
upstairs in the bathroom.
Oh,
Oh.
Badum
Mm.
ching. Professor
Looks
Bauer,
like the
how you
leprechaun
doing?
has come and gone.
Yes. Come and gone. So, was St. Patrick related to the Pied Piper? You know, I would have to say no. I don't know if is this a trick question, Professor Bauer?
I think he knows.
I think you know the answer to that.
You gonna make it?
Pardon my cough. It has not subsided. Signage. Nasal sinus, I was going to say, not signage. Signage, my nasal, my sinus. Oh, there we go. I'm going to be mocked.
Oh,
or
jeez.
run out tarred and feathered because I just mocked being deaf.
Oh, jeez.
So sorry, those of you who are hearing impaired. This is just a joke. Yoke. So, St. George was the dragon slayer, and Wales is the symbol of a red dragon. Has the, you know what? Not to be sidetracked.
As we get sidetracked. It's okay. It's a
right.
fun episode.
What in the world happened to my Welsh flag? It was in this cart. I must have moved it somewhere.
Uh-oh.
I moved it, I'm sure. Well, I had a Welsh flag just sitting here. Now it's gone. So
It'll show up.
It'll show up. It's around here somewhere. So I also have my kilt, but I didn't put it on for tonight. So demonetized, says Field Guy. Yeah, you were drinking. You know, I got some good response, Field Guy, by the way.
It was
To-
demonetized when I came down singing.
What was?
I said your show was demonetized when I came down singing.
Yeah,
Oops.
and Brawless. Oof.
Don't make me beat you.
Would you?
Yeah, Sam, close your eyes.
Oh, hi.
I'm
Oh,
Irish chick.
That's
Ah,
stepmom
okay.
to Sam, by the way.
Oh, jeez.
She was dancing an Irish jig.
I didn't even notice. See, I know what happened.
Folks, I didn't catch that on video, but I can give you the play-by-play.
Narrative.
Want to see it again?
Yeah, show me again. Look toward the wall, Sam. It's your stepmom. Hello. Thank you. So
My
she
favorite
she
got to
danced
see
an
it.
Irish jig beneath the bright light up there. So because she's Irish.
29%.
Yeah, 29% Irish.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My rosy cheeks make me look like a shaven Coca-Cola Santa Claus. Is Philip Blair. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that.
A little bit, yeah.
And my nose is getting redder tonight.
That's the alcohol.
Yeah.
That's the Welsh in you.
It's the Welsh in me. So, Sam, we can trade places for a few minutes. Field Guy, when he heard you were dancing a jig.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll do it on that.
Oh. She's
I was
so
half
weird.
expecting you to trip there.
She's.
I break my leg.
It wasn't even sexy. It was just funny. She's walking out of the office. She's going to the far end of the studio toward the door, and she's dancing and kicking her heels up to either side. She looked like it was just comical. So there you go. Please, like he hasn't seen that before, and we all haven't seen it. Olson, says Uncle Dave. Yeah, but it's just awkward for Sam. Sam was like, yeah, I've seen my stepmother's.
It was less awkward when she was breastfeeding
was
the
different.
younger kids.
Yeah, and that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's been
Well,
a minute.
Ellie, she didn't stop breastfeeding Ellie till about 6 years ago, when Ellie was about 2. So maybe a little younger than that. Yes, but as I've said before, my wife, everybody in the world has seen my wife's boobs just about. If they come to our house. As she was breastfeeding kids, she would walk around without a shirt on all the time. She says, I really don't care. So she said it's easier than getting dressed and undressed. Let's see. Dave Potter says, oh, please. Oh, okay. I saw that one. And so there's a little more about St. Patrick here. And I've got to refer to some of my notes. Everybody gets together. Everybody on St. Patrick's Day in Chicago, they dye the river green, for God's sake. But you've got peace, love, joy, harmony. The mother of all national stereotypes, the leprechaun. Leprechaun-induced hangovers. Corned beef patties. Corned beef and cabbage. Fake red. And corned beef and cabbage? The Irish never really ate that. That's not a traditional Irish thing. It was attributed to them. So corned beef and cabbage, fake red beards, rubber snakes, and 50 shades of green wigs. This is all what we've come to get from St. Patrick's Day.
Which is crazy because it's all not really of that tradition.
It's not of that tradition.
And they don't really, I mean, they celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's not a day that anybody really works. It's kind of like our Labor Day. Yeah. But it's not a very, very big thing in St. Patrick's Day. They aren't as America. It's just, it's the drunkest day of the year. Here.
Right. It is.
And of course, here we are in Wisconsin.
And it's a Friday night on top of it.
Right.
So.
Here in the drunkest state in the
union. Yep. That's Wisconsin for you. I had a red beard once, said field guy. Well, the goatee part that's the gray part now. Yeah. Red always turns gray faster. I think I had a red beard when I was as young as him. It darkened over the years and then it went white, like really quick. So
I was going to say, I hope mine doesn't.
Corned beef and cabbage produces Irish farts. You're absolutely right, Philip Blair. So here, let's have another little. We should get a toast up, huh? I don't have these all memorized, but let's get your toast. Okay, here we go. I'm going to finish off this cup of.
I'll get this one. Always remember to forget the troubles that passed away. But never forget to remember the blessings that come each day.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better to myself. What's down there? Oh, you put a cherry in that.
Yes, I did. Yes, that's the other.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, and I still got this one sitting over here that I haven't touched.
That is now very mixed, though. Like I said,
what's in that now?
Well, it was the Glenfiddich, and then you said you put a little bit of Jameson in it, and then I handed this shot glass to Rainey full.
What was in that?
It was full of Jameson.
Oh, Jameson.
And she poured half of it out into this
but then
one.
Who drank that?
Rainey.
Oh, so Rainey's had 2 shots.
Oh no, she just.
Hey, I gotta go now. I'm gonna go find my wife.
She just had the very, very, very tiny. There's probably about that much in the bottom of this.
She wet her lips, is what she did.
Pretty much.
So,
I was gonna say
Mardi Gras is the drunkest day in the drunk. In the drunk what? Where'd it go? State. There you go. Okay, I believe you. Cinco de Mayo and my birthday compete in the inebriation games, says Professor Bauer. Nice. I wouldn't have to lean forward if I put my glasses on. But when I put my glasses on, I can read, but I don't like having them on for radio.
From Palmer here, may you always have a clean shirt, a clear conscience, and enough coins in your pocket to buy a pint.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
And so we should sing a song.
Oh, goodness.
Do you think? I'll get some lyrics up. Yes.
That's a good one.
I'm going to call up some lyrics and Gaelic Storm. Did I type Irish? It is. It is a. Don't go for the one lyrics. Here you go. This is a great song, if you've never heard it, and it starts like this. And Sam, you can sing when the right part comes. You sing with me. It's a narrative kind of song. Goes like this. My friend Harvey married Tracy McCall. By Christ, she was a scary old doll. A voice out of hell and a temper to boot. Arms like a navvy and a face like dried fruit. I bumped into Harvey back home last year. Says I to him, do you want to go out for a beer?
No, his sister's French husband is over, he said. Says he, I've been sent to get snails to impress him for tea.
I was down in the snail shop. She told me to go. I'm a little bit late because business was slow.
If I'm not home by 6, I'll surely be done. And miss, she'll kill me. Let's just go for the one.
Then the chorus is the one, don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for the one, the one, don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for one. For the one went down fast, and the second did too. 3 or 4 more, which was a fine how do you do?
Harvey looked at his watch, shrieked out in fright.
It was 20 past 10. We'd been drinking all night.
Well, cursed me name, he sped across the floor. Clutching the snails, he ran out the door. I'm a dead man, he said. I'm drunk and I'm late. As he tore down the road up to his gate.
The one, don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for the one, the one, don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for the one. Well, he opened the gate and he ran down the path, but he knew he was in for the dragon's wrath. But he tripped and he fell, and up in the air went the bag with the snails flying everywhere. Hearing the noise, she kicked open the door. The snails and Harvey were spread across the floor. You're 3 hours late, she screamed loud as she could. What's your excuse? This had better be good.
Well, he looks down at the snails.
And with a confident air, he says,
5 more feet, lads, we're nearly there.
The one,
don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for the one, the one, don't go for the one, don't go for the one, for the one, for the one.
And then they repeat that over and over again. Then it gets faster and faster. That's Gaelic Storm. If you actually want to hear a version you can understand, and that's sung in one key, go look them up on YouTube. Cheers.
It's pretty good, though.
Guinness is good tonight. So,
the Guinness be with you.
May the Guinness be with you. May it be also with you. So, let's see. I've got a little edible coursing through my bloodstream. I've got...
As do I.
I'm wondering about my blood sugar with all the alcohol.
Oh, goodness. Better keep track of that.
Yeah, the blood sugar. I got this new thing, by the way. I'm sidetracking a bit. But they sent me to the doctor, or I went to the doctor the other day to have some of my diabetic stuff checked on, and they got me this new app for my phone. And this app on my phone, it's supposed to be so I don't have to jab my finger with a needle 5-6 times a day. They put, I just got a reminder. Hey, be ready to start our show at 9:00. Thanks, Facebook. But so they put a little thing. It's on my arm. It's right there. But she put it on for me, and it's just a little bit out of reach. So what I got to do is every time I have to take my blood sugar, I have to take my shirt off and scan it. It's got to have a naked approach to the scanner. The problem with that being, this is supposed to make it easier. You don't have to poke your finger. It's like, but when I poked my finger, it was like, I'm sitting right here at the desk. You go, bink. I've done it on the radio show before, and you didn't even know it because I felt low blood sugar coming on. So I just take the kit, and I'm talking away like this, and I'd be bink, and I'd take my blood. So it's no big deal. This, it's in a place in my arm where I can't reach it to scan it. It doesn't scan through fabric. So I've got to take the sweater off and then feel around for the thing. Oh, there it is. It's right there at the tip of my finger. You see how far back that is. And then I got to take my phone, hold my phone camera over it so it reads it. And then the phone will vibrate. Okay, we got it. And so my blood sugar is weird. I got to just show you a day. This little chart shows you from 12 a.m. this morning till now, which is what, 22 hours about? Take a look at this. Now, I don't know if you can see, you see the light green area? That's my target area. So at midnight-ish, I was way down in the normal. And by the time I got up, well, when did I wake up for that? At about 6 a.m., I was really high like that. And I didn't eat anything, and I had my shots and so on and so forth. Then I went down. And then by the time, what time is that? About 12 p.m., noon. I drop way below, and it starts giving me alarms. Going, reek, 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 reek. There, I just turned it off. But you get the idea. So my blood sugar, although I'm doing all the right stuff, taking the shots, but I don't eat as much. That's the thing. I get up in the morning, I don't eat till 2 in the afternoon. So blah, blah, blah. That's how my blood sugar's been today. So I was really curious to see what was going to happen with my blood sugar tonight and alcohol. You hate having to think about that, but that's part of being an adult my age now. Now I got to think about that because alcohol has a hell of a lot of sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to say about that because now we're sounding like a health food show or a health show.
Now take your cauliflower boneless wings.
Yes, your boneless cauliflower wings that are baked and shaped into the shape of chicken wings.
Oh my God, they just smell terrible.
They do.
All that fake food.
Rainey's gluten free, and she from time to time will make gluten free. Well, she always has to make gluten free stuff if she wants to eat it, but she makes for the kids like lasagna and all of that, and she uses gluten free, pasta made out of carrot roots. Carrot is a root, isn't it?
Yeah, technically.
You know what I mean? And the worst is the bread goods.
Yeah.
The cauliflower pizza. Oh, cool. Gluten-free pizza. Not cauliflower. Gluten-free pizza. Well, what's it made out of? Well, this is a combination of rice and cauliflower flour. That's not flour. But anyway, they make it. It always tastes strange. Rudy Dog is getting ready for his night shift.
Too bad.
Yeah, you're right, field guy. Produces less. This is supposed to be a celebratory show. I don't want to talk about. I was just thinking. I thought out loud because I'm sitting here drinking, and I thought I better take a look. So, I think it's a good thing I'm not a mean drunk when I drink.
Yeah.
I always get friendlier.
Same. I'm the same way.
And that's how I met your mother and had 3 children.
Oh.
So, you saw her dancing here and coming over and kiss me. I'm Irish. Imagine what that was like before she was, a middle-aged housewife with 3 kids at home driving her nuts. Just do the math.
Well, see, I thought you were talking about my mother.
Back to St. Patrick. Yes, Morgan Snow. Back to St. Patrick. I was getting there in my head. Hey, Kelly. That's Mom's friend, Grandma Jane's friend, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
So, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. You're not out celebrating St. Paddy's Day. So, back to St. Patrick, says Morgan Snow. Thank you.
Very true.
Very true. Back to St. Patrick. So, now the whole modern thing about, by the way, when you're going through, we still haven't gotten through just all the cliche things that happen on St. Patrick's Day in America. Fake red beards, rubber stamps, snakes,
Well, it's kind
50 Shades of Green.
It's kind of like what I was saying earlier about that. It's very celebrated here in America, but over there in Ireland, it's a very calm, relaxing.
I think it's for the tourists.
Day.
It's for the tourists over there.
Yeah.
So, I'm good, says Kelly. How are the two of you? Well, Kelly, we're not drunk yet. We're not stoned yet. But we've got all the ingredients in our bodies that should have us being both of those very soon. So
it's settling in.
And he's hardcore, so he's like, yeah.
Hardcore.
Whatever
No. I'm just more like you when you were my age.
Oh yeah. I could actually handle my How do you handle your liquor, ladies? Well, by the ears, of course. So I'm glad I can still make my son laugh. If you saw the graphic for tonight's show, when he was about 4, that picture was taken the year I met Rainey. So he was 4. And back then I used to tell him stories that would make him laugh, but they didn't involve drinking or marijuana or anything like that.
Wow, so, I was also a child then, very small child.
Oh, you're just hanging out at home tonight, Kelly, for a birthday? You know, that's what happens when we start to get, and I'm not aging you, sorry, when we start to get a little older. And staying at home to celebrate sounds really good. That's like, I think the last time Rainey and I went out anywhere on New Year's Eve was years ago because we just had kids all the time. You always stayed home with them. So one of these days we're going to have to go out again on New Year's Eve. So it's hard getting a date even.
St. Patrick.
So, and surely there's nothing more automatically Irish than river dancing down a street, which was Rainey was doing in the studio here over there. You missed it because it couldn't turn the cameras. And a waving a flag, twirling a baton. Isn't that how St. Patrick himself drove away the snakes of Ireland back in his day? So, as you might have noticed, modern St. Patrick's Day celebrations involve a lot of noise. It's a triumphant clamor and glamour, and it's curiously appropriate considering it occupies the tail end of an historical process which has been ringing out for centuries. And successive generations, they've all been continually adapting and recreating and reimagining the St. Patrick himself. And ever since the earliest attempts to elevate Patrick to a national and international stage almost 1,300 years ago. Do you realize it was that long ago?
It's a long.
It was pretty successful at the time. And St. Patrick quickly became a super saint of the early medieval insular world. And we're still living with that considerable white noise, or you could call it green noise, of those early medieval efforts to this day. And I think Patrick lived in the 300s, I believe. When you think about that,
that's a long time ago.
The 300s was like 270 years after the time of Christ. That's how long ago Patrick lived. And so when you think about it, we don't think about the terms of that, the dating system and so on. Good night, radio audience. Oh, is it that time? Almost.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we went off the radio. Look at that. I wasn't paying attention to the time. Good night, radio audience. Live long and prosper and all that. They're not here anymore unless they came over now. So I think we need a drink. Let me finish my Guinness. What do we got?
Just a little more of the same.
Oh, more of the same.
Oh, yeah.
Slash Eva. We're drinking something kind of frou-frou-ish for St. Patty's Day, but like most St. Patrick's Day celebrators, what do they drink anyway? Like yellow beer? Some of it yellow beer that's dyed green. You got to know that's not real beer.
Oh, no.
So
Never.
That's watery yellow stuff. All right. So
this was actually, wasn't this something that one of the Paradigm Symposiums?
Yes.
Barry
Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Barry Fitzgerald, if you remember him, I've mentioned him many times. He used to be, the way you'd recognize him initially is he was the lead investigator on Ghost Hunters International when they did that shoot off of the show. He'd been on with Jason and Grant on Ghost Hunters, and he became the head of Ghost Hunters International. And you had Chris Williams, and you had Paul. I can't remember your last name, Paul, because I'm drinking. Paul Bradford was part of that show, and I think a couple of others. Susan Slaughter, I think, was the other one. Not April Slaughter, Susan Slaughter. Although April Slaughter would have been better. Just saying, no offense. No judgment on April or on Susan. So anyway, everybody's adapted and recreated St. Patrick to fit a Western culture celebration of his life. And he became the super saint of the early medieval period. So for the most part, St. Patrick, which is celebrated on March 17th every year, has never existed. The St. Patrick that is celebrated on March 17th, this day, is a guy that never really existed. Not the way you've heard. He was and is a metaphorical, literary, and religious conceit or creation, you could say. He was and is a product of ecclesiastical primacy. He was the poster boy for an early medieval monastic federation who used him to champion their claims of being chief executive officers of an emerging corporation, the traditional Irish Church, and that hierarchy. And practically everything that's ever come down to us concerning St. Patrick comes from the quills of people who were originally writing with such terms in mind as creating a fake Patrick. And it was almost 2 centuries after he lived that they started their writings. And there's not a whole lot about Patrick out there from his day. So traditional Irish fake lore, not folklore, fake lore, is what Patrick became. And so it's almost like, this is St. Patrick. We're having green beer. Thanks for visiting. Stop by the gift shop on the way out. 50% off on all Blarney sweaters. Have you ever kissed the Blarney Stone? I know you haven't. I'm just asking.
No.
I haven't either, because I haven't been to Ireland. I've only been to England, Scotland, and Wales over there. I'm going to go over and do some filming with Wendy, and hopefully we'll make it around a little bit. We'll get around town. We'll see some stuff. Ireland, maybe. Let's see. Wow, I got so plastered once. I grabbed on air to try to hold myself up.
Been there,
Anita. It's like, oh.
I'm falling,
and I won't be able to get up. I did that once. I know I've told. Oh, and by the way, welcome to the captain's cabin. Because we just talked right over into it. We're now in the pre-show, folks, so we can be naughtier. But I once had a hot date, and I was 27 years old, I believe. 27 years old. It was the aerobics instructor at the townhome apartment complexes where I lived.
Of course it was.
It was the aerobics instructor. And she was blonde. She was busty. She was in great shape. And she actually asked me out, which was nice. And I was in the gym, and she was doing a class off to the side, and an aerobics class, and I was lifting weights. And I knew her. We'd bumped into each other. Tammy was her name. a different Tammy, not the ghost Tammy. And so she had on one of those. I'm remembering this, folks, because you got to see the whole picture. It was bright yellow top, but it was not midriff, just not midriff at all, like the size of a bra, but it zipped up the front. And I had noticed it, of course, that night when I came in to work out. But she was over teaching her class. It was all zipped up. It's like a scuba top, scooped out stuff. And she came over and she's laying on the bench next to me when I'm lifting weights, and she's leaning like this on the bench, and she unzipped it like 6 inches. I'm like, holy. And so she asked me out. And problem is, the day of our date, if you've heard this story before, stop me. The day of our date, I went over to my aunt's house and we had a bunch of drinks, and I got totally plastered. And none of us had any judgment. I drove home. Stupid thing to do, but you have no judgment. I drove home. She was drunk too, so she couldn't be like, hey, give me your keys. Nobody had presence of mind, sad to say. This is by the way, this all took place in 1988.
So yeah, you were 20.
I was 27 until the end of the year. And so I get home after driving home absolutely drunk, and I made it home. It was like looking through a tunnel, like a backwards funnel. I was like, oh, I got to focus. And I'm like this, and I made it home. And I remember I got to change. I got a date. And I'm looking at the clock. It's like an hour away. So I got this hot date with the hot aerobics instructor. And I'm absolutely gone. And I started to go upstairs to my bedroom. And there's 3 steps up. There's a landing. And then it goes up the rest of the way. And there's a wooden banister there. And it had a big wooden globe. Some of you may remember the story just from that. Big wooden globe on the post of the corner. And as I'm going up the 3 steps at the bottom, I completely lose my balance. My whole body just shifts to the right. And this is where this comes in about scratching at air. I saw that ball and I put my hand on the ball, the wooden ball, but I had it all polished. It was like waxed. And I slid right off of it and fell backwards onto the floor. And I was laughing. I remember laying on the floor laughing about it and saying, oh, crap. I got a date. I got a date in an hour. I got to go get dressed. Go get dressed. And I was wearing jeans and high top red tennis shoes. Can you get more late 80s than that? High top red tennis shoes.
Hey, they've made a comeback at this point.
That's right. And yeah, it's cycled around already twice. And whatever shirt, and I had a bomber leather jacket. And you know what those were? The bomber jacket, but it had the little patches on it. So I was like, these are all the places where I visited and I bombed them. You know what? It looks like a touristy leather Air Force jacket. And so I land on the floor and I'm dressed like that. And I just remember it because I see the picture in my head. And I'm laying like this. My arms are across me and I'm laughing. And I thought, I got to get up because I got a hot date. And the next I opened my eyes, this was about 7:30 at night. I was supposed to pick her up at 8 o'clock, something like that. And so the next I opened my eyes, it was 6:30 in the morning. And I completely missed the date. Now, this is pre-cell phones. Oh. We're talking 1988. Oh. Pre-cell phones. I had an answering machine. And I went over to my answering machine, and there's, I think, 3 messages from Tammy. There's one like, hi. Just wanted to see if you're okay because, we were supposed to meet 15 minutes ago. And she called me from her home. I was supposed to go get her at home. And then I had another message and then a hang up from her. And that was it. And I called her as soon as I was awake. And I said, I am so sorry. But she never talked to me. I just got her answering machine.
Mm.
And so there was never a repeat of that offer for a good date.
That's too bad.
It's a sad tale. It's almost as sad as an Irish song.
I think we got a couple people waiting here in the chat.
I see that. You're not
It's
supposed to say that. Then I can ignore them and they think I just missed them.
Calling you out.
We got field guys here. And then a hang
Uncle Dave.
Uncle
Stop
Dave.
ignoring us. Come on now.
Top of the morning to you, lads.
Oh,
This one
I wish I had something green to wear, but I don't.
I wish you did.
Just
Too.
dye your beard green.
Yes.
Good. Look, I have a beer shirt on. It's a Miller Lite Saint
I love
shirt.
you. Have a good
Something.
night. This is my daughter Rowan. Get in here. Get in the picture. You gotta come.
Oh,
I have to see.
Okay.
You look beautiful, darling.
So she colored her hair.
And it's not green. I thought it would turn out green.
It's yellow.
We should make it green.
I was pretty worried.
Because when you dye it too many times in a row, they turn green sometimes.
They turn green and they fall out.
No, I'm serious. When you over dye your hair, the hair will sometimes just turn green. It's crazy.
That's weird.
That's
That
the
is
chemicals.
Yeah, it's chemicals.
Did Sarah Yusuf
Alright, good
make
night.
it in here tonight? I have not seen her.
I've really seen her today.
You won't
think
see
she's
her on
a- I
Fridays
think
because
she's
this is a
avoiding the
serious
show.
show and she's all serious.
I
But
think she
I've
avoided
never
this
actually
particular
seen her.
show.
I just see a little pink dot with an S in it.
I know. Baroness, good to see you.
She's from the FBI,
Loving your show, she says. Cheers. She's from the FBI?
probably. Oh, what was that point you made? You were making a point about something. I guess the last show or something, and you got off that point.
Wait.
I don't think he's ever had a point.
You know how I heard that? What was that point you were making about something?
About that point.
About that point?
The
We need a
last show.
translator.
I'm
Wait,
like, what?
I'll say it to Uncle Dave, and then he'll translate it to you
Okay.
in your
Okay, let's
inebriated
go.
language
Let's go.
state.
There's no point to be had.
Cheers to that, laddies.
What do I got in here? Oh, this is Jameson. This
Yes,
is a
that
little
is.
more
But,
blended Irish whiskey. If you give to me a blend, I shall never be your friend. But
well, I'll try to
Jameson, deal
say
with
it.
I'll deal with Jameson.
You were saying something about I don't know. You didn't get to the whole point. I guess maybe something you were saying, oh, field guy, blah, 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 and you went on to something else. I guess maybe about the last show or something.
Was it about the YouTube stuff?
I think so. You
Perhaps.
just, probably. You only said my name and then
I'm
you
gonna
went
tell
on to
you
something
something.
else.
My brain mental connectors, they're all misfiring right now. So
Ducks are not in a row.
it's my ducks.
Oh.
My ducks are not in a row.
We'll
He has no
re-ask the
ducks to
question
get.
on Sunday morning. By then, the
Jameson's
green
the
demon
best.
will be gone.
Hey, Roy Palvino. I like Jameson. I'm a single malt Highland Scotch guy. Dave can account for this. There was a story, by the way, when he was 4.
When
and
I was
Dave
4.
when Sam was 4 and Dave was 18 years younger than he is now, we were all in my house. We were having a little party, a little get together. I think it was a birthday because it wasn't, I don't think it was a scotch and cookies. And we're standing there, and I had this in the living room. There was a built-in corner cabinet where all the alcohol stayed. It was one of those triangular shaped, And I just remember that. It's a weird thing to remember, isn't it? I've never.
Was it when
mentioned
Sam
it
lost his
before.
anus?
Was it when what?
When Sam lost his anus.
Oh,
He
yes.
couldn't
Oh,
find his
yes.
anus.
He couldn't find his anus. That was a complete setup when that happened, too. Mom, I can't find my anus.
Shame on y'all for doing that to me.
Oh, I feel the shame to this day. I grieve inside. But
As you laugh outside.
as I laugh outwardly, I'm really crying inwardly. It's a mask. It's a facade. The laughing part. So, Roy,
It's true.
says Jameson is the best. I was going to say I'm not a huge Jameson. Yes, I am. I'm a Jameson fan, but I'm a single malt Highland Scotch guy. So how could a guy who is a single malt Highland Scotch man crave Jameson every now and then and even keep a bottle on the side of his desk? Well, it's because I like it. That's all I got. That's the most profound thing I can say about it. It's
he also has bottles of Glenlivet, and I can tell you he doesn't buy it.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
It's the gift whiskey.
It's the gift whiskey.
Well, I'm going to bring him a bottle of Scotch. I don't know anything about Scotch. I'll buy this Glenlivet.
I've told you this before, radio listeners, that I would throw a birthday party for myself every year. I started that tradition when I was 40 and did it for a few years.
Well, none of us were going to do it.
None of them were going to do it. You got your book. Write Dave Potter down in the book. Now,
Dave Potter.
Good. Now scratch a line through it. All right.
Another line.
So, I like single malt Highland Scotch. I like Jameson, but it's like Jameson is like the lovely trollop out on the street when you're traveling.
Jameson's like the yellow bicycle. Everybody rides it, but nobody takes it home.
Nobody takes it home. That's right. But Sam was telling me that Barry Fitzgerald was the one that kind of introduced me to Jameson.
I don't think he.
I started that story and I didn't.
Yeah, it was just the. I think it was because he did the Sprite with it.
That's right. I was starting to tell that story earlier.
It's called the Whiskey 7.
Barry Fitzgerald from Ghost Hunters International. Then I think I trailed off into something else. Like I said, brain synapses are misfiring tonight.
Synapses?
Synapses. And my brain synapses.
And then
is going to. Oh, that's Biden speak. And the brain, like when I grew up in Delaware, has all these
synonyms.
Because things aren't the way they used to be.
Things aren't the way they used to be, like the hair on my legs.
That soft, downy, almost blonde hair.
It's downy, almost blonde hair. The kids like to rub it up and down in the pool.
I need to go sniff a child.
Oh my goodness! I gotta tell you, be careful. You're gonna get me banned on YouTube.
And you just look at him and you think, you know, you're being filmed, right?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Barry Fitzgerald. When we had this Paradigm Symposium, which I had the Paradigm Symposium was my yearly annual event I would put on. Dave cooked for one of the last ones.
Very good.
He did his catering is the word I'm looking for, of a certain sort.
That's the word I use.
Let me move on from that because I'm making no sense with it. So we had Barry Fitzgerald when we had one of the Paradigm Symposiums back in, it was 2014. And he stayed at my house for a few days before the show started. I think it was 2 days, because that's the best rates we could get to fly him in was that day. So we got him in 2 days earlier. And John Ward was here at the same time, staying at my house as well. So we had John Ward. Hey, we had cheers. I'm out of Guinness, or I'd join you.
I know what we'll do. We'll have the Englishman and the Irishman share a room. That'll be fine.
Oh, that'd be fine. The best part about that
no
night,
trouble could come of it.
No trouble at all. And the best part was, and I've got a picture of this, of John Ward wearing Union Jack socks with his feet up on the ottoman. So here I'm sitting on the big sofa, and Barry and John choose to sit in the love seat. So it's the smaller sofa. John's got his feet up on the ottoman with his Union Jack socks. And then there's Barry. Barry's definitely got Okay. If I were to look at Rocky and tell you folks, Rocky has mob connections from his past, you'd probably believe me, right?
All Italians have mob connections.
All
I don't
Italians
know what
have
you're
mob.
talking
Yeah, Big
about.
Tony, come
So
over
then-
to your house.
Yeah, Fat Tony should be very happy. Should you not do that? So I've got Barry sitting there, who has some, I think, kind of old Sinn Féin or Irish IRA type of leanings. Barry, when you hear this and you go, "That's not it at all. Don't have me killed, please. don't kneecap me to the floor." But all that to say, Barry Fitzgerald is the one, while staying at my house, he says, "Is there a place we can go where we can buy some Jameson?" And Barry Fitzgerald is very Irish, by the way, if you haven't figured that one out. "Well, yeah, we can buy some Jameson. And let's go up to the liquor store."
But why would you want to? Is my
But
question.
why would you want to? I said, "I've got all kinds of single malt scotch
We
left
live
over
in
from all my
we live in
parties."
America. You could get the Redbreast here if you want. You don't have to go
That's
and
right.
get Jameson.
Do you want to know how many bottles of scotch I still had in my cabinet in 2014
Mm.
parties?
But how
I
many
still
Fig
got-
Newtons?
Fig Newtons too.
Fig
those are probably
Newtons with
still
a
good,
scotch.
aren't they? Microwave them with a cup of water for 30 seconds and they're fine.
Prehydrate.
Yeah, rehydrate.
And then
So-
light up a really nice pipe and have your Fig Newtons on your scotch and your pipe and it's like living in heaven. The wee
And
bit of
living-
fog.
it's a slice of heaven.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, so Barry Fitzgerald
Oh, were we talking?
introduced me to Jameson, and he says, "Do you have anything like a?" He gave some name, like a bubbly name or something like that. And I said, "I don't know what that is." He says, "Oh, I think you have something like it called 7-Up." 7-Up. And I said, "Yeah, we've got it. Well, let's get something." He says, "I got to make something." And so we got home. We had the Jameson and the 7-Up. And we're all sitting out in the garage. You remember I had that garage set up with the high back wing chairs and the
Aye.
Persian rug.
Aye.
So we're sitting all out in the garage. John and I are smoking. And Barry goes in the house and he concocts a couple of drinks and he comes out and he's got a glass, I swear to you, one of my pint glasses, and it's full of Jameson. But it's half Sprite. And he made one for himself like that, one for me like that. But then he came out with John, and he had something not much bigger than this, because John's a teetotaler. I know, saints preserve us, and
I know
blasphemy
you're
to
I know
state
you're an
he's a
Englishman
teetotaler.
and I don't want to knock you out. So I've given you the same amount of alcohol that we have.
That's right.
Proportionately.
Proportionally, I let back on the Sprite a bit. So no, the way these things were made, it wasn't half and half. It was like 2/3. We must have gotten a couple of bottles because we drank through a bottle like in 2 drinks.
Ugh.
So, but that's where I learned to do this. The Sprite and 7-Up is better than Sprite.
7-Up.
Yeah, Sprite's okay.
7-Up is good for mixing.
It's a cheap imitation.
Yes. Yes.
It's like the Welsh are to the Irish. A cheap imitation.
It's a cheap imitation. Brianna Learman. Oh my God. It's
Good
time
God.
for
Hello,
bed.
Brianna.
Go to bed.
And a fine day
well,
to
okay.
you. How are the wee little ones? And how's John doing?
I talked to John a couple of weeks ago. He called me out of the blue and I was doing something. I can't remember what it was. It was probably a Tuesday because that's when I have a radio show with Wendy Robertson.
Was he outside?
Robertson on Tuesday.
Was he
And it's
outside?
early in the day.
Was he
What?
outside?
Is it outside? Is what outside?
Was he outside?
He was working, I think. But he
Well,
called
then-
me. Hey, how you
Because
doing?
he might
man?
not have been in the blue. He might have been in the white.
Okay. It's all just a whoosh. There are brain cells. Brianna, there are brain cells that are not connecting.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured this out, my greatest pastime is to dick with Scotty's braid when he's been drinking. Because it's so easy to do and it's so fun.
So go drunk, you're home. This says Brianna. Go drunk. You're home.
I'll drink tonight.
Yeah, you guys should be here. We'd have fun tonight. I've still got. Tell John.
I don't know what the hell I'm drinking, but I'm drinking something
in the fridge. I haven't touched them from Thanksgiving 1.5 years ago.
Oh, jeez.
Here, what have I got in here? Oh, it's Jameson.
I think you ask that every time you lift that cup up.
I'm pretty sure this is whiskey. I just grabbed a big bottle. I don't even know what was in it.
Well, there's a small bottle. It's kind of a small bottle.
Yeah.
Jameson and me.
I grabbed the bottle and filled it with 7-Up.
The likeness?
And this stuff and said,
look at that. Look how much we look at. Wait. Where's my bottle?
It's right here.
The Scotty Roberts Show, sponsored by Jameson.
Not a sponsor.
Unofficial sponsor.
Jameson.
Wait,
Jameson,
we're trying to get free liquor
Jameson.
here.
I'm not, but I just want you to know they're not an official sponsor.
We're trying to get some free liquor. Come on.
You know what this label says, by the way? About, I got to put these on.
It says, don't drink this if you have the urge to drink alcohol. And this will get you faced in 2 seconds.
Drink responsibly. It's too late.
Shut up, I'm trying to talk.
Drink responsibly. That's funny. That doesn't apply in this state.
Jameson established since 1780. This is triple distilled Irish whiskey. A blend. It says, but a blend. See, it has to point it out.
You got to get to where it says proof.
And
it goes by proof content.
This one is 80 proof.
It's bottled in Ireland.
80 proof. You'll be shit faced in 2 minutes.
It's bottled in Ireland.
Give or take a minute and a half.
Distillery, Dublin 7. It says a Dublin 7.
It's not very ticklish now.
On the back, it says this. And this is good. This is the good part. Listen. Jameson, Irish whiskey. John Jameson founded the distillery in Dublin in 1780 to realize his ambition of making the highest quality whiskey. Can you imagine a higher calling in life?
He started in 1780 and he worked really hard at it. And by 1799, he got it opened. Drank a lot of whiskey.
And today, Jameson is still made in single distillery. It's so small I can't see it. Then I put my glasses on and it's blurry.
What's written for the wee folk?
It's the wee folk.
Make up the words.
The good people. I don't mock the good people because they really exist.
That's true.
Shut up now.
I may do that.
Using rich pot still whiskey from malted and unmalted barley and the finest grain whiskey, both distilled 3 times for smoothness. Now, by the way, Rainey had some of this. She's gluten-free. Little does she know.
Verona says she's going to sleep. So I say nothing.
Well,
is that it was rolling in here?
Blow up like a Chinese balloon
Oh,
now.
Brianna's talking all over the place. What does she say? It's time for bed. Go to bed. Go drunk. You're home. John's on call this weekend, and I have homework to do since I didn't do it all week long.
Jameson, duh. You need new bifocals.
You need new bifocals.
Uncle Dave doesn't look amused with his glasses at all.
All right, I'm going to bed. Took my meds. Good night, boys. Good night, Brianna.
No.
Good night, Brianna.
I miss
Why
you.
is not anyone donating for a drink here?
We miss you too, by the way. The I miss you was really.
Open up your pocketbooks for a drink, folks.
Open up your pocketbooks. This one's empty.
Donate for a good cause to get people plastered.
Hey, little Miss Ellie.
Hey, you going to bed? Could you?
No.
Small human.
How is your ankle?
Going down here.
How is your ankle?
Is Octavia down here?
Oh, yeah.
She's over there. So, Anita Palmer says, curious, will there be a show Saturday night, Scotty?
No.
The
Never
Hangover
on
show.
Saturday.
That'll be
I don't
Sunday
do
morning.
Saturday
It's called It's Sunday, and we do it early in the morning. Late.
It's Sunday.
Saturday night. So
Late
late that it's
Saturday
actually
night.
9 o'clock on Sunday morning.
If you
That's
have
right.
the drunk immunity gene, you don't have to worry about that. I can drink
thank
whatever I want, and I don't get drunk.
I don't
Good
get
gene to
that
have.
hungover. I haven't been hungover since
I don't drink a whole lot though.
that one time, Dave, when I got hungover.
I'm cleaning my brushes in turpentine, so I had to not use a coffee cup. And I've gotten myself a wee little barrel so that I don't accidentally drink.
So you
from
don't
the
accidentally pick up the turpentine and take a sip.
That would be a wonderful drink.
Yeah.
Fumes alone will be great.
Turpentine.
That's right.
God damn.
Are you going to bed? Oh, what are you doing? Come over here.
I got a text
Yeah.
from her today.
You gonna go up and hang?
Are you
with
going to
Bob?
buy me a suitcase?
Is Uncle Dave gonna
Can
get
you
you
buy me a suitcase?
No.
Can you buy me a suitcase?
Can I have a
please?
suitcase?
You have no need for a suitcase.
I need a suitcase. I
You
don't
got a
have one.
suitcase.
No, that's Rowan.
No, that was
Where are
last
you
year's-
traveling at 8
last
years
year's
old? Where are you
colors.
going to?
Yeah. Where are you off to at 8 that you need a new...
Are you
Yeah,
going
we
to,
need
to
your-
Iowa?
Want one like Rowan's? Then you get yours for free.
See, she wants one.
I didn't get mine
like
for free.
Rowan's.
I paid for it.
What do you mean?
No show, by the way, Anita Palmer. That's right. If I didn't make that point,
You don't need
no
one.
show Saturdays.
You're 8. Talk to me when you're 11.
No.
Oh, you're so tread upon. You're so small.
I got a workaround
No,
on that. Uncle,
bless you.
Uncle Dave can buy me luggage and I'll donate it to a certain cause.
Okay, go find Mom and say hi. Tell her I need her to come down and do another Irish dance. So,
Another
Oh, is
Irish.
Is that what the kids are calling it now?
oh, that's what I called it. That's what she called it over there when she was dancing a jig off camera.
Yeah, Olsen.
Limit is 5. Beyond that, good night. Says
We need
Anita
the
Palmer.
camera to slightly turn to the left or the right or the front of the whatever it is, and then
What am I doing?
go that way.
Me?
One of these days, that way, this way, upwards, but downwards. I told you, if Rainey had her own YouTube channel, you'd be a millionaire.
Dude, that's the truth.
She could just sit there and just say, "I hate the ceiling."
And you know what? She's got
Truer
the
words
attitude.
have
She
never been
doesn't-
spoken.
You know, she's an Olsen, so she doesn't have any compunction. She just she's afraid that the Cub Scouts organization would see her doing stuff like that on YouTube even. And
They only see it if some idiot catches phrase of it.
yeah, she's a
That's the
scout
way it
master.
goes nowadays.
Sam, go check
Scout
your
master.
messages.
So she's
YouTube doesn't exactly promote people's programs here.
no,
So
no, it doesn't.
it's not like anyone would actually see it. Now,
Right.
if she went and said, and now if she went and told somebody with loose lips, and then they went and told a certain
No,
somebody,
no, because some of Flynn's friends log in and watch this,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
I
that
wouldn't
would
be
be into
surprised
that.
if some of Rowan's friends do. And
Flynn's friends,
so,
13-year-old boys.
yeah.
so
Brianna, I'm sorry I can't check my messages. I'm pretty sure one of the children has run off with my phone because it was
uh-oh.
sitting over here on the desk and now it is gone.
He'll find it eventually.
The phone has been lost to the passage of time.
No, it's been lost to one of the arrogant children. Probably Rowan,
Yes.
to be honest.
going through all your
Ron
photos,
likes to
dude.
do that.
It's okay, my
Wait,
phone's
yeah.
locked.
Oh,
Go through all your
free
messages
internet.
and
I
all
must
your
use
photos.
this.
What are you going to use? Oh, his pictures. Yeah. Now, did I leave off? Let's see. Well, I sent it to Pops too. Let me take a look.
Uh-oh.
Let me take a look. Somebody please remind me where I left off in whatever story I was telling.
We were talking about
Drinking?
I think it was my first sniff of scotch was the story he was
did
Oh,
I
giving about
leave
years
off
ago.
on that? I
That's
veered
Sam
off of
Loden.
that story.
I gave you a sidetrack. Yes, he was 4 years old. I was 18 years younger. We were at Scotch and
and then I
Cookies
drifted
something
off
happened.
into something else. That's
Yeah.
so
So that's where we were.
cheeky of me. To quote,
You cheeky bastard.
let's see. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
One thing at a time. Radio show.
You can tell I don't drink much.
I'm working on
Oh my
Vinland
goodness.
tonight.
That's
Somebody
a
is out.
so who passed out there? Is that
We should get the donations going for a shot.
Brianna sent me a photo. Not the kind she usually sends, though. Oh, that's Haley. There is little Haley. I'll just show you this much.
It's a safe photo, probably. Yeah.
That's Brianna's little girl. Brianna, she's out on the living room floor. While Brianna's partying with us over here.
It's a normal St.
Radio
Patrick's. The chick's passed out on the floor.
That's right.
Hey, that's half of St.
It's
Patrick's
hardly-
Day.
Oh, I almost grabbed the damn liquor again.
Once I saw her face, I could tell who it was. So, well, do you know we were talking about St. Patrick too? But the story about Sam.
Flynn was 4. I was 18 years
Finn was
younger.
4.
It was
Dave
a Scotch
18
and
years
cookies.
younger than he is now. I don't think it was a Scotch and cookies. I think it was something else. But we had a bunch of people in the house, so it might have been a birthday party. But here's Sam, 4 years old, and Dave and me and a bunch of our friends, our sophisticated wizards of hobnobbing banter, are standing around drinking shots of single malt Highland Scotch. It wasn't Jameson. It was probably a Glenmorangie or a Balvenie double barrel or a Lagavulin. Yes. Or an Oban, something. It may have even been, do you remember? I'm going to say a magic word. Cardew. Cardew.
Oh, look, small human is back.
What do you need, baby?
I want to show Sam my favorite emo.
Well,
Can you
we'll
wait
get
till
there.
we're all done? Wait till we're done. Hey, Ray.
So-
Dave, you should tell a story.
To recap, Sam was half her age.
Yep.
I was 18 years younger.
And
There was a cartoon.
Sam was looking at all of us sophisticated gentlemen drinking shots of scotch, that looked something like this one. So shots of scotch. By the way, this is Robertson. That's my Scottish sept. I'm a sept of the Scottish Robertson. There it is. So, anyway, Wendy would like that. That's the Scot in her. There's no joke there, really. Anyway, so Sam comes up to Dave and I and a couple of other guys who are drinking scotch, and he says, "Oh, Brianna says it's in the bedroom, haha, with Harley on the floor. That's funny. It's cute." So Sam comes up to us and he says, "What are you drinking?" And I said, "This is called single malt Highland Scotch.
Grown-up juice.
Grown up, yeah." And he said, "Can I try some?" I go, "You're 4. Maybe if you were 11 or 12." But I said, "Here, why don't you take a sniff of it first before you take a drink?" And I look at Dave and I'm like, I give Dave that knowing look of, and he nods back of, he's going to sniff that and almost throw up. So he's not going to drink it. So I take it like this and I go, "Okay, Sam, here, reenact it. Take a sniff of that, Sam."
Oh,
That's exactly what he did at 4.
And I'm like, get that away from him.
I go, "Take that away from him."
Tastes like Kool-Aid.
Yes. So, yes, that was Sam's first experience with scotch. And yeah, I thought he'd totally be repulsed by the smell.
Not a chance of it.
Ooh. So it's in his blood.
it's in the blood.
Hey again, Michelle Canham Free. Much love, everyone, she says. Shamrock. Brianna
said, "Keep an eye on your blood sugar, Scotty."
I'm trying.
Right there.
I really am trying. Here, let's see. Hold on.
I was going to say
keep an eye on mine.
I've had a few
whiskey 7s.
and some edibles. The edibles didn't help any.
The only time I would keep track of my blood sugar, my aunt's diabetic, so she's got those strips. So one day my aunt was like, "You should test your blood sugar," and I didn't eat anything the day before.
Yeah.
I tested it, and it was like 270 or something. And I'm like, okay. I just woken up. I'm like, is that good? And she goes, no. I said, I didn't eat anything for 12 hours. It's 270.
Okay, I'm going to try this again. This is the only bad thing about having this meter that's plugged into my skin is that I still have to scan it.
It
That's
says,
I gotta get
Scotty,
the phone over there.
you're still alive. Be happy.
I am. There
Don't
it is. I think
worry.
I got it. I think I got
Be
it.
happy.
After all that effort, scan error. Tell me it ain't so.
You broke the machine. See, all the liquor says, we can't process it right now. Try back later.
Let's see.
You're done.
The wee people going, oh, you're done. I need to know your numbers tonight.
you
You can
don't
check
even
them in the
know.
morning.
Like
Don't even know.
972. That's
There
good.
Ooh, a few more and you can hit 1,000.
Vibrated. Okay, that's where I am. That's not so bad.
Well,
That's
with
my
liquor,
current blood sugar. That's not so bad when
in a few hours, it'll elevate because it takes a few hours to get liquor in your system.
I'll take a shot before then.
But that's what got you to this problem.
That's right. No. That was 5 shots.
Now, if it's like 2:30, if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, your blood sugar's 307. It's like, I'm just matching the time. You'll think
There
it's
it
the
is.
clock.
There it
Oh,
is.
it's the clock.
So
Sounds
such
good.
monarchy, all of it. So what time is it anyway?
10:41
How do we
Central
get an hour
Standard
and 40
Time.
Like,
It's the
I
liquor.
love you.
Because I'm in the same time zone as you fellas over there.
I can do one that's not so loud.
Even though I'm all the way at the bottom, you're all the way at the top. Not counting that Canadian country.
That's right. That's right. So Morgan Snow is laughing.
Soon.
So what do you need, baby?
Can we be over now?
Pretty soon. We're almost done. Why? What do you need?
I want Sam to listen to my song.
Oh, I see.
I will. It's the same thing he came and bugged.
We'll
us
be done
about
in a
5 minutes
few
ago.
minutes, okay?
5 minutes.
Ask her if she knows where your phone is.
Do you know where your phone is?
11
We're going
o'clock.
45
We'll be done at
minutes.
11 o'clock.
No, Sam's phone.
Oh,
Ask-
I found it. No, she brought it
okay.
back to me.
Good night, Brianna.
I think
Thank
it's time
goodness.
for a little Jameson.
Oh, Brianna, now you're going to bed. Okay.
Mm.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Sam and I'll come over and find out if you actually did. You'll wake up at 2 a.m. and we'll be sitting
You'll
there
hear a
going,
knock on the door.
Hello?
Oh, wake up. Hello.
What did she say? All right, I'm going to bed now for real. For reals. Well, good night, everybody. She
Love
says.
you, Ellie Belly. Sweet dreams.
Say good night, Uncle Dave. Say good night, Uncle Dave, or I'll shake you.
I'll hurt you.
Don't
Oh
shake
my-
the baby.
Child syndrome.
Never shake the baby.
Never shake the baby. We used to do that for fun, Ellie and I, and Rowan and I, and Flynn and I. He was always, when he was younger, I go, yell shaking.
We used to shake
baby.
Sam too. Look how he
I
turned
said,
out.
yell shaking baby syndrome when I did this. So I'd shake Flynn and he'd go, shaking baby syndrome.
We went
I
shaking
remember
baby
that.
and I helped.
That was saying it. And I helped. When did that ad come out? Shake and bake?
Shake
Put
and
the
bake.
baby up
hell.
in the air.
It was
Oh,
back in the late
Jesus.
70s.
Wait,
or
what
early
was
80s.
the husband's
We made
line?
shake and bake and I helped.
Did you hit the husband's line? The husband's line in that was, honey, he's eating fried chicken with the family. Honey, you done yourself proud.
Brianna didn't go to
And
bed.
and she, thank you. And the little boy goes, and I helped. But think of the way that ad would fly today.
Oh, God.
Honey, and he's chewing on chicken. Honey, you done yourself proud. Woman's place is in the kitchen.
Yep.
Funny thing, says Brianna, that actually happened last week.
But he was
Someone
progressive.
knocked-
She was wearing shoes.
And I saw something in the house. It was dirt. Oh, Brianna, we got to talk about that. Brianna has a lot of, we've mentioned it on the show before, so I know it's okay to talk about. Somebody that she dated earlier. I think you were dating. You were either really good friends or you dated, and he passed away a few years ago, several years ago now. And she gets all kinds of things in their apartment, she and John's apartment, in their house, and all the stuff they get all this little things that seem to add up to Derek is there, and Derek is watching.
We should hook Derek up with Susan.
Best friend, she says, not who what?
Spirits never forget.
Susan. It wasn't yours, Susan?
Oh, Tammy.
We should
Tamara.
hook Derek up with Tammy. There you go.
Hook Derek up. A ghost dating service. Could you imagine that?
Probably make millions today.
Hoy. That
Here's
would be
the thing.
interesting. I still have a good theory about ghosts, and I want to talk about it, but not on this show tonight. I have a theological theory that I think has some merit to it, but you would certainly have to be part of that faith to understand and go, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. So we'll talk about that maybe next Friday. Because I don't want to say a thing about it tonight.
That's fine. We won't.
Just so y'all have a
we won't talk
comparison.
it all about Derek or Tammy or some ghosts saying "get out" or any of that.
That's right.
Just so the no sense making makes sense. This wasn't completely brand new when I brought it. It was up to about here, and it is empty now.
It's empty.
It is empty.
I thought mine was empty.
Well,
Yours
that's
is
an
empty.
accomplishment then.
Now they're both empty.
Cheers.
See, now what you do
know
is
what
you
you
write
can
on
do?
the date. Was drunk by so-and-so.
Remember that Ronco ad, the Ronco company? Whenever you watch TV, they had their ads all over the place. Ronco, air conditioners, Ronco, special, all the little inventions that people do. Well, they had the
Ron was quite an
glass cutting
inventor.
one. You remember that?
Turn old bottles into
Wouldn't
drinking
these
glasses.
Make some phenomenal
Is he still alive, that guy?
pint glasses.
I don't believe
Yeah.
it though.
Those
Because I remember
He
those
invented the
come on, like,
spray on
3
hair and the pocket
yeah.
fisherman and all kinds of things.
Those infomercials come on at like 3 a.m. all the time.
I know you're talking about something else, but you put the thing in the lid, and you'd run the circle with the cutter that with a wire that came off there, and shink, tap tap tap, click, and it would come off. And you had to go, and then you use the buffer to round the edges of the glass. Those would make some phenomenal pint glasses.
They would.
I'm just saying. So
leave the. Gonna say leave the label on it as well.
like Humphrey Bogart used to say, the only problem with the world, he says, is that they're all 2 drinks behind.
Rose-colored glasses.
Just regular.
Or just green ones. Green ones would work. I want to get one of those cutters. Those are pretty cool. And you buff and you round off, the edges all the way around the glass.
I was going to say, I know you have.
Because you don't want to cut your lip.
You have there was a bottle and glass set that I found that I got you. It was the matching bottle.
Yes, it's in a box somewhere. I'm sure of it.
It was really cool. It was this.
Yeah, it was like a carafe. Like something a good tawny port would come in, Dave. You get off the ship at the wharf. You go into there, so you buy it's a little bottle that's shaped like that, but it's got a long stem on it.
And then it had there was 4 glasses with it, and they all had this
cordial,
kind of royal,
yes. kind of cordials.
Yeah, kind of royal looking pendant on it and they all had these leather kind of cup holders almost that went around the glasses.
They were wrapped at the bottom with black leather down the stem, with little cordials.
It's really cool. I found
it was very cool.
I think that was.
It's in a box somewhere.
And then you have that clock that I got you too. I don't know where that is.
I got the clock is out in the garage. The clock stopped working, but I got the.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I got
it wasn't
the
working
wooden part that you built. So that was cool. Now once
he did
again,
some really awesome dumpster diving
somebody
for you, man.
Remind me what I was talking about before we sidetracked.
Liquor.
Alcohol.
Oh, really?
Booze.
And there
I
are
think-
various
No, didn't
needs.
date best friend. Oh yeah, okay.
Well, Uncle Dave got a story through, so I don't think it was that.
What?
I said, you got your
find
story
drill and
through,
drill?
so I don't think
Oh
it
yeah,
was
we
that.
got the story through.
Didn't, Anita. Sorry, you guys are having a different conversation. I was pissed off today. You don't if you don't have children, cherish the moments where you can find everything that belongs to you.
That you put something in this place
yes.
so that
It's
you
right
can
here.
find it.
It's like see the fedoras. You can't see them; they're on the top shelf. I've got 2 fedoras up there. And what's underneath that one?
Oh, your duct tape.
It's my black duct tape. I put it there. That's the second roll because somebody borrowed my black duct tape. Came down here and said, "Can I use the black duct tape, Dad?" And I go, "Sure, take it, but bring it back when you're done." Did it ever make it back here? No.
Not done with it.
I'm not done with it. Yeah, you could. 3 weeks later, ha! Here's my duct tape. And it's like, Dad, don't take that out of my room. I wasn't done with it.
See,
So
you forgot to specify what day you want it back.
Yeah,
At
that's
what
right.
time?
Right.
See,
I thought
when
this
you
was
say
a
bring it
monthly
back,
rental sort of deal.
yeah, when you say bring it back and you don't say when, that's just like, oh, I'm going to keep it for 3 years. I'll bring it back
Yeah.
on 15.
That's
Well,
like writing
wait.
my fate.
It's like me and your fest garb.
It's like,
Yeah.
can I have it back tomorrow, please?
Oh,
On the desk.
Great one. I was gonna say, what's under hat number 2?
Go ahead, number 2. Nothing under this one.
Spaghetti.
So Sam is sporting the Penman, John Penman made. Let's see, that one is here, bend down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-point or a 5-point crown, wide brim fedora made by John Penman a few years back. That's what Sam's wearing. And this is my first Penman I ever acquired. I've talked to my own. You guys have heard this before. Some of you. Those of you who haven't, this is my original Penman that I got. And this is John Penman's Casablanca. It's the replica of the hat Humphrey Bogart wore in the movie Casablanca and others. So there you go.
I should buy a fedora one of these days.
You're gonna have to let me
And
borrow
this
this
one-
when the
this
new
one's been
Indiana Jones
around.
movie comes out.
I've even got I wore a hole in that. Oh, I covered it up.
Secret trick. Write the initials HB on the top of it and go, this was worn in the movie. See how much you would fetch on eBay.
HB's hat. Worn in the movie.
Holy crap, that's his hat. Really worth a couple of grand. Be like, I have a certificate of authenticity right here. It's on the hat,
That's
HB.
That's right.
This is saying you're gonna have to let me borrow this one when the new Indiana Jones movie comes out.
Oh yeah. Now this is not an Indiana Jones style hat. Here, hand me that for a second. I'll show
His
you.
hat was much darker, I think, like
Well,
leather.
his is darker. This is a whiskey color when I got it. It was a little golder when I first got it. But this is not the Indiana Jones fedora, nor is this. This is the 5-point. 1,
Yeah, it looks like
2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6. It might be 6-point because it crimps here, here, here. There's another word for that. I don't think it's a 6-point. I think it's another. It's like a full. So you can kind of see the points on it. And it's a wide brim with a high crown. And this hat, if this is not Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones didn't have the points. His was a furrow, one furrow down the middle. You've seen those where they're kind of like that, you know. It almost looked obscene.
Well,
Sorry.
is he going to wear his in a new movie?
That's
I mean,
almost like a costume, a costume and an LGBTQ meeting.
The new movie's supposed to take place in the 60s. if I remember right.
Yes,
Which is
the new
crazy
one.
because he's an old man now.
Well, in
he's damn near 80.
1936 was the date of the first movie.
I think he's like
Yeah,
78.
I suppose, yeah.
It'd only be, when you think about it, it's only 20,
because Crystal Skull
24 years later is 1960.
Well, it's crazy because Crystal Skull that would had to have been the 50s and 60s because they were testing in that movie.
That was in the
40s.
40s.
Nuclear,
That was the 40s, I thought, wasn't it?
Well, I thought they were.
I think that was in the 50s. It might have been late 40s, early 50s. They're trying to age it out.
They were testing nuclear weapons, and they were on the. It was in the middle,
and
of
the Cold War was going on
with Russia. Because that's the whole basis of the movie is the Russian troops take over Area 51.
10 years ago, maybe, I think they made that movie.
Yeah, that was 2013, I think.
If it got Area 51, it's got to be the 60s.
Yeah.
Well, this one's supposed to be in the 60s because they were talking about hippies or something.
60s and the 70s, I thought. I think, no, this one I think is in the 70s. Morgan Snow, yes, been there.
Maybe it is in the 70s.
I'm not sure what you're responding to.
I think the drill bit.
Funny thing that actually happened last week, says Brianna, who's already in bed and done talking. Someone, that was when I read it.
I already read that one. Read it
Brianna.
again.
If
I don't
you
think
really
they
love
would
Brianna. Don't call her Brianna. Call her Brianna.
You know, he was going to hand off the franchise to
But
Shia
don't call
LaBeouf.
it Brie.
What about the franchise?
He was going to hand it off in the last movie to
I
Shia
know.
LaBeouf.
I know.
And then
He's refused
Shia
to,
LaBeouf
though.
just had his own thing.
Refused to. Harrison Ford said Indiana Jones will die with me.
Yeah, he did.
It should. But because in the last movie, they get married and the fedora falls off and Shia LaBeouf's character picks it up and puts it on his head.
And what does Indiana Jones say? Not yet.
He's about to pick it up because I remember he's holding it like this in his hand.
I thought he did pick it up.
And that's when India walks by and he grabs it and he's like, puts it on himself.
He goes, not yet.
That's been years since I watched it. But I might go watch the newest. I don't remember what it's called. But
that was
Star Wars.
I actually recently
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, it.
Well, that one. But what's the new one called?
It was
the new one is the Dial of Destiny.
I think so. I think that's what you got. Yeah.
They go.
That'll be
rotary
out
phone. We don't use this anymore.
Yeah, really.
He goes to look for a rotary phone instead of Noah's Ark. He goes to, where's the rotary phones?
You know, which one paid more? I don't know. So
yeah. I'm in search of pay phones.
Groups talk about Indiana Jones. He's the inspiration for how many young men who are archaeologists today. Young, I mean, in their 30s and 40s. They grew up watching Indiana Jones. But how crappy an archaeologist was Indiana Jones. Very.
He wasn't.
He might have had his head knowledge, but
he got lucky on a lot of things.
Less of an actual archaeologist.
He didn't document any of his finds.
He was a little bit. He was a little bit more of a treasure finder.
He was an explorer, treasure hunter.
Oh, did you see the picture? I didn't see the Oscars, but apparently the kid in the first movie,
short round.
Yeah, the kid in the first movie was at the Oscars and hugged him the other day, or whenever it was.
Crazy. The kid who played short round. I saw him being interviewed, and he said, I was there and I saw Harrison, and he said he looked at me and he pointed at me and he said, "Are you short round?" And he said, and I rushed over and threw my arms around him, and it was great.
You've been like, why am I not in your latest movie? Come on now.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
He could have did that. He could have been like, remember back in the day when
was
we
it
fought
Fame
the
and Glory?
Nazis?
Was that their line?
Hi, Oscar winner actor now. No, do Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
That's right. No more Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones now just exponentially increased in price.
Let's see. Me, Harrison Ford. How many Oscars he have?
Yeah,
like,
that's right. That's right.
It's a photo op. Now I'm relevant again.
Yes.
I thought it was great that he and Brandon Fraser were both in
Fraser, yeah. Like
Encino Man.
George of Jungle. Oh
They
yeah.
were both in
Encino Man.
Encino
Oh,
Man,
my
and they both got
God.
Oscars the same night. I thought that was great.
That's fantastic. All right, on that note, we're gonna call it quits. Guess what? It's 11 o'clock.
Right on schedule.
And we were
All
not
right.
crazy drunk or anything tonight like we were in Louisiana.
Well, I
But
have a-
2
coffee all
years
night.
ago.
I
I
can't
have,
be-
a, I
Well,
have a nice steady buzz.
when
Yes.
you're in Louisiana, you're always going to be loaded. I'm sorry.
Well, that was also we also found our that tester kit in Louisiana where it was the Jameson, but it was 4 different kinds of
Oh
Jameson.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was
That little box was about this
it was
tall
the-
and had 4 mini bottles of Jameson, all their different.
And
kinds,
actually,
some
I
different
thought
kinds of
about
scotches.
the only other Jameson I could find when I got this bottle was I thought about getting a bottle of the Black Cast. That was it kind of had a
Oh.
coffee taste to it.
You got to go for the red breast. Red breast is really excellent.
Well,
breast.
remember the Loch Dew with the regiment?
Yep.
It was called Loch Dew. Dew being the word black, Loch being the word water. So
Water black.
it was black water. Black water.
Better than the blue water.
Better than the blue
Careful
water.
about drinking that blue water.
Or the yellow water.
I need to find a
obviously.
nice liquor store I can get good scotch and whiskey from because now it took me going to 3 different places. There's one place
Fine
in
Jameson?
Ellsworth.
Oh,
There's one place in Ellsworth that
you're
they
talking
just
farming
got
communities. Oh, we drink Johnny Walker Red and Miller Lite.
Tennessee.
Yeah, but I bet they had all 4 kinds of beer.
Yeah, I'll bet they did.
They had all
Miller
60
Lite,
types of
Miller
beer.
Golden Light, Miller Golden,
Liney
Miller.
Kugels.
Miller Bronze.
Miller Lite.
There it is.
It's kind of hard to see, but it's a little logo. It's right
Yes.
there. There.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I see it.
Now that it's
Yeah.
11:01
It's a Saints shirt. It's
p.m.
got a Saints logo on the bottom.
on St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to leave you to your devices for the next hour unless you're out east, which means it's already midnight and not St. Patty's Day anymore.
Well, I'm going to sleep.
All right, you go to sleep.
Good
In a
night.
fine St. Patty's Day.
I want
to
to
y'all.
thank you all for being here, for joining Sam and me. It's not as wild tonight as I remember it being back in Louisiana.
Where you were wasted, but that.
Well, come down to Louisiana.
We were wasted.
We'll get
that
me
night.
and
Give a
Doug.
wife and
Me
kids
and
around.
Doug
What?
said, "We'll come down to Louisiana. We'll get me and Doug, and we'll just
There
all
it
do a
is.
show and
Wait,
get
we
drunk."
gotta do
Doug,
it.
we'll get together, and we got my author friend Alexander Weiss, who's in Nolans.
Yeah,
We
she
can make
don't
a
live
regular
too.
party of it.
I forgot about her. She don't live too.
Yeah.
She only lives like 30 minutes away
Hey.
from me.
Yeah, not
Easy with
far.
that.
hmm I have to
All right,
email one of
guys.
these days.
It's time to go. It's time to go to bed. Well, or stay up, whatever you want to
I'm
do.
in
Sweet
bed.
dreams, everyone.
I'm sitting
So-
on the bed.
I just want to say at this point, live long and prosper.